Set up live feed here, live chat. Let's see if notifications are going out. I don't think notifications are going out, but I got an email from Google saying that, oh, there's usually very rarely a problem on our side of the house and this and that. And they kept going back to the, make sure you've got this set up. I was like, look, my stuff's been set up and no problem for months. Did you get a notification, Matthias? Apparently notifications went out. So, but yeah, I talked to YouTube support, and they're like, oh, there shouldn't be any reason that your subscribers, and they were talking, and first the email they responded back. So you guys remember I sent an email to YouTube about the issue with you guys not getting notifications, and they responded back that if you want to get notifications from your channel, this and that. I was like, I already know how to get it. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not sending notifications to my subscribers. And so 2 emails later, they came back and they're like, yeah, we don't know why that would happen. That's weird. And I was like, so I sent them another one back this morning. I was like, here, it's not just this. My moderators don't get notifications. Nico and Matt, they don't get notifications. So of all the people that subscribe to my channel, at least my moderators should be getting notifications. So I'm gonna go out into the kitchen. I was just sitting down here trying to, but I can charge my phone in the kitchen. I may have to pause for a second and switch to the other Wi-Fi. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. Hang on just a second. Yeah, I have 3 Wi-Fi networks now. So one works really well here in the kitchen because it's a different bandwidth. It's not the 5G. And so there's something, well, I know what that something is. There's a San Diego Gas and Electric for residential units put in a thing called a smart meter, and it has a signal, and it sends that signal back to the company, and that's how they figure out your bill. There's not anybody that has to physically come and read your meter. The problem is that smart meter puts off a signal, and it squelches out some of the other signals, which would include my Wi-Fi. That's one of the problems, but this is a better router, the one that Brian gave me. It's an old airport, one of the big airports, Apple Airport. And so it works really well, and it connects seamlessly. Like, I'll walk in and it connects. I don't have to play around with it or anything. So let's see who's here. Who all's here? Let's see. Do I have this set for live? Okay, it's set for live. I was trying to talk to Yakov. I haven't heard anything back from him about it. I'm supposed to do a live feed with Mirko Krokop, Mirko Filipovic. Why did I cut my hair? I wasn't growing the hair because I liked it. I was growing the hair because, like, you guys missed the whole point. Everybody was picking on me because that hair is all in ponytails in this bag and getting sent off to make wigs for cancer patients. I didn't like that fucking haircut. That was driving me fucking nuts. I hated having my hair that long. So now it's all in a bag to be donated. Matter of fact, where's my hat? Hang on just a second. Guys, sorry. I gotta mess around. I can't find it. I think I left it upstairs. I think I wore it upstairs and left it up there. So get used to this because I'm not fucking growing my hair long again. I might let it grow a little bit, but not like it was. Not enough to donate. It's still not as long as I wanted. It needed it. They'll still take it and use it, but it's not like they prefer stuff from like 12 to 24 inches. And I was like, you're getting 8. You're getting 8. And if we had not been as conservative about how we cut it, we could have gotten more out of it. She just didn't want to leave like bald spots. There's 4 ponytails, like 8 inches long. They're curly, so they stretch out a lot. Got notified today. Well, that's good. So, yeah, I'm hoping that Yakov can either log in on here and let me know what's going on in a chat in here, but I don't know. We'll see. Things just don't seem to be going at all like they should be for anything that we've tried. So I'm starting to get frustrated. Mystic Walk. You have to peek a look at us and see if you think we are alike. When I was younger, didn't have the beard, all the Japanese girls used to say I looked like Paul McCartney. And I didn't see it. I didn't see that. But then again, I was fucking damn near 20 years younger. Who else here? I know Mystic Walk. Let's see who else has commented. I Heart Knives, Matthias, Chase, Jeremy, and Justin. That's who's here pretty much. I don't know who else is here. So I don't know how long this is going to be. I've got stuff I've got to get started on. Yeah, I saw you, Mr. Russell. Said Jeremy Russell was here. I already walked the dog this morning. Took the kid to school. Yeah, I got a bunch of sharpening to do. I got a box from Chris, Bronx Blades. I had a box from him. I think I'm refinishing some stuff in there, so he and I have got to figure out an estimate on, because I gave him a rough estimate, and I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be. I want to take a look. I haven't even opened his package yet. And there's a knife that came. I have an Ultratech Auto. I haven't even looked at it yet. Hang on a second. Let me go get it. This is another one of those ones where he did an okay job, but I still don't trust these boxes not being taped. Like, I would have definitely taped this entire box. The little knife my dad gave me is usually here for this purpose. No, this is not an actual unboxing video, guys. We're just going to take a look at this, because I haven't even looked at it yet. Wow, somebody really jacked this thing up. So, I was afraid of that. I told him, I think he sent me 50 or 60. I can probably fit the serrations on this are horrible. So I'm gonna have to do some serrations today. Those are time consuming. Somebody just said something. Marking any sharpening videos today? I doubt it. It takes up time. That's what I was saying. That's why I get so frustrated with the comment stuff. That's right, Chris Gorilla glues his shit. It's probably gonna be quicker just to, oh no, not at all. I think I'm gonna have to go down this, Jesus Christ, Chris. He Gorilla glues all the seams. Which is actually kind of a cool idea, but I play hell opening Chris's packages. Shit, what did Chris send me? Chris sent me a bunch of stuff. Jesus Christ, gave me a fuck package. Holy crap. No, it's not, because there's a touch knife in here that he spent a lot of money on. Oh, we got a Spyderco Lion Steel and Omax. I think this is the one he wants refinished. Lion Spy, Lion Steel, I don't know. Lion Spy, yeah. So there's that one. That one I'm refinishing, I'm pretty sure of, I believe, if I remember correctly. Custom Knife Factory. I hate these. These are so ugly. I don't like this one. It just feels weird. Yeah, Lion Spy. So there's that. There's, let's see, this feels like it might, yeah, this is his Sebenza, or his, I'm gonna have to talk to him about this one. Somebody has resharpened this incorrectly. I'll show you, hang on a second, let's turn the camera on and I'll show you. Make sure that that lens is clean. Yeah, I know orientation's locked. Okay, that's not how you sharpen one of these. That is not how you sharpen one of these guys. That's gonna have to be recorrected. Somebody did that. That is not a factory edge, I can tell by looking at it. That is not how they come. This is a 0. It goes all the way down. I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna talk to Chris about that one. And I would like to clarify something. So I did kind of go off in video about, you know, being taken out of context. When I said in that video, this is what I hate about fixtured systems. People will get a fixtured system and they will take a knife and they will do stuff to it with a fixtured system and then turn around and sell it. So, yeah. So Leon Ma Design, I gotta talk to him, see if he wants finger choil on that. I've done a couple of those. They usually need finger choils. Let's see. There's that one, and I'm pretty sure that there's a touch to be sharpened in here, a touch knife by Will and Eric Touch. Is this it? I'll be able to tell just by looking at it when we open it. Yeah, there it is. So I thought this was going to be one of their dual action, their twin action switchblades. I mean, autos. But I don't think it is. I thought it was going to be one of those ones with a hidden mechanism. For some reason, I thought it was. But this is a nice little... Will and Eric do such beautiful work. I don't necessarily agree with how they do certain things. But I mean, here's the thing that I would say. Like, you guys know me. And it's... If you're going to have an area of that you can't sharpen anyway, why not just make that a choil? That's a lot of, right there. That's where the edge actually starts, is right there. So you lost a whole choil's worth, if not more, of actual edge. And I mean, it's a pronounced thing. So if you're gonna go ahead and lose, I mean, that's damn near. Yes, I will plug that in for you. If you're going to lose that much of your blade, I don't want that. That's the wrong angle. I don't want that. That's the wrong angle. I don't want it. It's the wrong angle. I've used it before. I don't. It's too straight. Trust me. This is perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it though. Trying to give me the iPhone stand that it's, but when it kicks it forward, it's too tall. Joshua. So those are the ones that I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do all these today, except the Lion Spy. The Lion Spy is going to have to wait. These came in, oopsies. Sorry about that, guys. So Chris's stuff that came in right before this guy's stuff. Well, they came in right about the same time, but Chris's stuff is going to get done first because this one I was waiting on payment because, hey, some of the worst things that have ever happened in my life start with the word oopsie poopsie. Literally, like, I gotta change the sheets. That's my sister, everyone. My sister is currently in the feed. So there's that. And I have one more of Dwayne's knives to sharpen that I forgot, so I have to talk to him because I didn't charge him for it. And then I'm going to order some soft loops and see if soft loops fit on these for the production sheaths. I want a set anyway. I like the sheath, but I think I'm torn. What I was gonna tell everybody was Matt Braley, Armitage Carry. I think I'm not gonna mess with the trying to get soft loops installed when they come from the factory. I'm just gonna tell you, if you want a sheath that's different than this, which Matt's are, I'm not gonna say that they're better, but they fit different and they're a little bit more comfortable. I like the way his sheaths look and the way they carry versus this. I do like this sheath. But I'm just gonna basically tell everybody, if you want a sheath other than that, Matt will probably have at least one of these and he might be able to just make it for you. But the other thing is, like, I'm debating, that's what I'm debating, because I'm only getting 2 more samples. I have my prototypes, which, like I said, have to be modified a little bit. Handles are a little bit thin. They're still comfortable, but the handles are a little bit thin. So I get 2 of the actual production samples with thicker handles made out of G10. Now, there are going to be some options if you guys want to send me one and get a different set of handles. If you buy the handle material and stuff, I mean, I'm going to have to do a lot and maybe change some of the finish and things. But there's that option. So I could make handles out of some different stuff. And then you'd have 2 sets of handles, 2 sets of hardware. Because if you guys want something exotic, weird, I'm willing to do that. I'll make handles for you guys and knives and customize those. And maybe do some aftermarket, you know, if you want some rock patterning or things like that on it. But I don't want to go too crazy with that, because then that starts taking time away from things that I should be doing as far as the business. And now I've got everything lined up. I'm ready to talk to this guy and tell him, as soon as we get done with this, I'm going to call the next guy in line for a custom Hornet. And because I just got to explain to him, there was just so much stuff. I could not even if I had gotten the belts beforehand, I haven't even had a day to really do heat treat. It's been hectic. Spent the whole day yesterday. Yeah, these sheets don't do that. These sheets are not the nylon or the glass reinforced. I mean, fiberglass reinforced. I don't know why Cold Steel continues to do that, even though, I mean, I've sent them messages about the fact that the second you draw one of their knives out of their sheaths. Oh, no. I had to go put tires on a wife's car without the money to put the tires in a wife's car. I got to make a mortgage payment. So I am being very frugal this week because I don't know if I can afford to fill my car up this week yet. I have a lot of bills that are due. My mortgage is due this week. My HOA payment's due this week. So I'm going to have to drive like 40 miles an hour all the way up to the shop, or just stay up there for a couple days and just sleep in the car, because I just don't want to have to put gas in the car. It's 18 miles to Elliot's shop. So I do have knives that came in for refinish though. So, and guys, if you sent me a knife for refinish, it's not even going to go into the mix. This weekend's already full. I've got a full dance card with stuff coming in. So refinishing, I know that my turnaround times, I try to stick to 1 or 2 weeks. If you're sending me something to refinish, that's going to change that, because I can't just go up to the shop like during the week willy-nilly and just start doing stuff. Chris and Elliot are working on stuff up there at shop too. I can go in the afternoons, but the fact is, if I spend a whole day sharpening and then drive up in the afternoon and work till 10 o'clock at night, I'm gonna kill myself doing it. So the thing is, here's the priority: sharpening, because I can do it quick and easy here. Refinishing then goes to the weekends. Knife making goes to weekends. If you have a knife that you ordered for me and you still haven't gotten a call about it, it's because I'm not even ready to start it yet. I can't. I'm not gonna not make your knife. I'm just saying I know that I have all these other things to do, and I don't make any money at all making knives. I don't. It all gets consumed in consumables. It gets consumed in that and the time it takes to do it. So I don't make any money making knives. I just enjoy it. So if I have a knife that I'm making for you, just keep in mind that I'm a hobbyist knife maker. I'm not a full-time knife maker. So love this thing. I'm so happy with how these are gonna turn out. So, and I'm really, I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of what I did with these. So, and I don't mean just the design. I mean, going from a design that I was making for a few months and having other people see the merits of that design and go, you know what? We should probably get this done in production, and then getting it set up and going into production. And I think, like I said, I designed it as what I would have wanted for a replacement to a combat knife, but it wound up being an outdoorsman style hunting knife that could, I see that now with all of this, like you could really get a grip on that and do, you know, a lot of work as an outdoorsman, bushcraft, things like that. It's made out of a good steel. It's gonna be M390. I'm sorry, it's not, it's 20 CV. They don't have they don't have enough M390 because Bowler had a big fire in Austria. And there's still, let's go look. Let's see what's on my, let's see what's sitting on my to-do shelf. There's a llama. I still have to refinish this. So I have to refinish this. These I'm waiting on. These are a whole bunch of fixed blades, or of my neck knives that I made for a guy that are all going out at the same time. This knife is got to go back. This is that one that I said was the worst. This is that 8015. I got to get a hold of that guy and let him know that I'm sending it back. This one, we'll talk about this one. And I don't want you guys to think I'm calling the customer out. This knife got done. This knife got done a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago. So I did this knife, and I told the guy, I was like, I can sharpen it for you, this and that. And he's like, no, I'm going to show you. I'm gonna talk to the guy. I'm gonna do him a video. He did this on a work sharp. The tip is completely rounded over. But I had just done the anodizing, and he got into it with the belt, and I had refinished the blade, and then he resanded it. So I'm like, all that work I did, and then it comes back to me, and I had fixed this rattle. So what this is, what's causing this rattle, this lock rock, guys, I told you 99%, here, 99% of the time, that's a pivot issue. It's not the pivot on this. The guy keeps loosening the lock bar insert. And that's what's causing it, because the lock bar insert's not engaging. It's tipping over, and it's gonna strip the threads. So I'm gonna do a video about this for the guy, and I'm looking at it, and I don't think I can do what he wants. He wants me to just do a touch-up, but that is so much a different finish, and I couldn't get it in to to do it because I had other knives. But I will tell you guys something. If you guys want this, I'm willing to waive shipping and handling if you guys send me a prepaid label. That's the only way I'm not going to charge you for shipping and handling, because I can just hand it to my post. Yo. So this guy and I went back and forth. I sent him a heated message because I thought he was calling me out. It's just that we have different personality types. We don't necessarily communicate the same way. But here's the thing, like, this isn't even sharp. This is what I want to tell him. I'm going to sharpen it for him. Just going to wait because I don't want this. What happens is, where am I going with this? I'm all over the place. I'm shotgun pattern because I'm just trying to think of how I want to word this. When I send something out to a customer, I want it to represent what I do. And I don't want it to be something like this. I did all of this refinish, I did the pocket clip and all that stuff. And then I send it to, but what people aren't gonna see is, they're gonna see that that blade is not got a tip. It's just rounded over. And I'm like, you know what? I can't let it leave like that. It has to, and that goes back to those fixtured systems, the Work Sharp and things like that. They don't do a great job. How am I trying to say this? They're like, as much as I like multi-tools, they're like multi-tools. They do a lot of things okay, but they don't do it great. Like, yeah, if you got a multi-tool, you can use it. It's a pinch. You can do some stuff with it. You can do things with it, and they're usually well constructed and things like that. But what you have is meh pair of pliers, a okay knife maybe, if you got a Gerber or a Leatherman, and then everything else is just a poorly designed screwdriver, a poorly designed leather, and it's the same thing with, I'm not gonna lie, it's the same thing with Swiss Army knives. I love them, but they do some things okay, and then everything else half-assed. So, you know, if you've got a fixtured sharpening system, can you get your knife sharp? Yeah. Can you get it really good and sharp? If you're practiced with it and you do it correctly, yeah. But the big problem is people don't pay attention to making sure that the arms on a wicked edge, that they haven't slipped, and that they're measuring their stones. If you're using an Edge Pro, you've got to measure your stones. If you're using a KME, not so much if you're using the diamond plates, because they're pretty much flat. They're not gonna wear. They don't dish out like an Edge Pro stone. But I've bought stones, I've bought Edge Pro stones, and as you use them, every one of them are different thickness. At that point, your angle is gonna change, and then people are chasing that. Or one of the big ones, I see knives, and I think that's what happened with that Carter that I had, that somebody really just went to town on and screwed up, and I can't fix. I think what happened is they weren't paying attention, and they were using the arm, and the arm started to slip, and then it got real thin, and they didn't realize it. And they really just spent too much time in certain areas. I think they let their angle slip. So, you know, who knows what happened there? But I do know that I could have done it and had it done, you know. Let's put it this way. So this guy's sending this back to me to fix the ano. Minimum price that's gonna be is $50 if I can just touch up the ano. That's the minimum it's gonna be. He already paid me $120 to finish it the first time, and I didn't sharpen it. But now that he sharpened it, I'm gonna have to go back and fix it. So all it would have cost him was $25 for me to sharpen it, and it would have been $150. But now it's gonna be $170, if not more, because it's just, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes trying to save money can actually cost you money. I had that, I know that. I've bought tools. I bought some stuff here not too long ago that I thought was gonna last. I was like, it's a little bit cheaper. And it did not. So yes, I got the wig clipped. I just glue them on there like that. So all the donation hair is in this bag. I'm trying to, I'm not gonna go Locks of Love. I used their guidelines, but then I realized after I looked, there's places that'll take hair that's 4 inches long. Yeah, I look like if it was, yeah, like I said, if it was red. Yes, the daddening is occurring. I knew I'd turned into our father. This is my sister I'm talking to. I knew I had turned into my father when I was bitching about how much I dislike having a cat. And I got ready to go to bed and the cat was following me. I was like, okay, come on. And then she climbed up in the bed and then I was trying to watch YouTube videos and she crawled up in my armpit and just laid there and got her head like way up in and just curled up. And I was like, oh shit, I'm my father. No, I hate Chihuahuas. I don't know how many times. So my sister used to have a dog named Katie, who was probably the two dogs. Two of the three dogs were incredibly smart. Like you couldn't spell things around the one dog because she would know what the fuck you were talking about. And then Katie was another really smart dog, but then they had this little long-haired Chihuahua that I fucking despised. One, I was allergic to her. And she would insist, after like 2 or 3 days of me being home, once I realized, like, oh, fucking dog again. And then once she realized I was allergic, she would climb up and lay on me and then growl at my wife. Yeah, she hated, but I would come, it didn't matter. I could leave the house for 5 minutes. When I would walk back in, that dog would lose its shit. And so there was a couple times, and Sarah, my sis can tell you this, that dog nipped me a couple times and I fucking kicked that fucking little piece of shit across the living room like I was putting her through the uprights. I didn't like kick her. I'd like hook my foot under her and just toss her across the living room. I hated that little fucking dog. And then she'd go run into my dad and crawl up and jump up on his recliner and sit up and he'd just shake, like looking at me. And my dad would be like, what's that big guy mean to you? And I was like, Jesus Christ, you disgust me. What's that big guy mean to you? Don't bark at him. I remember the time though that the fucking dogs went apeshit because somebody came to the door and the little dog didn't know what to do. And I fucking look and she had jumped up and grabbed the big dog. Morgan had grabbed the big dog's ear and was just hanging off of the fucking dog's ear. You could see the other dog looking at you like, what the fuck do I do? It's fucking, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that dog? It wasn't just that one. There's something wrong with every fucking Chihuahua I've ever seen. Yeah, good old Molly. I've never seen a Chihuahua. I don't like pit bulls. I do like boxers. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, that's better. I don't know if you guys could hear that. I think I finally put all the cartilage in my back where it belongs. Yeah, your dog is weird. I don't know if you guys saw, but Matt Carricker's dog passed away. Dozer from Off the Ranch, Demolition Ranch. Dozer, their big boxer. He passed away. So now I'm going to talk to Matt. Because Matt Martino got a boxer puppy for his birthday. And so, yeah, but they're sweet. But boxers are dumb in a different kind of way. So I'm going to talk Matt into, if he's watching, Matthew, I think this would be a good idea. Name your Dog Dozer. Dozer Deuce. So I'm actually putting off going out. It's still sprinkling a little bit this morning. It's windy and kind of sprinkling, and I'm waiting on my sandals to dry off, so I don't want wet feet. So yeah, I've got all this stuff set up to start working on it. I should have most of it done. It's 9 o'clock now. I should have most of it done. I'm going to end this probably right at 9:30, and I should be able to get most of that done. No, I should not play Fallout 4. I have work to do. It's not that I don't. Sis, stop. I would love to just fucking pack a bowl, smoke it, and go play fucking Fallout 4. But I'm sure that these gentlemen that are watching this with you would like me to get their shit done and send it back to them. Oh, fuck, that's right. I got all that stuff ready to send to Sweden, and I forgot to do it. I have to fucking check all the customs forms. I have all of Charles Anderson stuff that I'm sending to Sweden. And I was gonna do it last week, and I got customs forms, and when I talked to them at the post office, they were having problems with their system, because I tried to take them Thursday. So I tried to take the stuff Thursday, and they were having a problem with their system. Friday I was going straight to the forge, forgot about it. And I just remembered now that his stuff... I don't flake on stuff as often. I just forgot that I was going to do it yesterday, but we got to a point where Yuka's car, I was having to fill the right rear up every day with the compressor, and I was like, I can't not put tires on this woman's car. She's driving our daughter all over God's green earth. And she's like, yeah, but you didn't get the money yet from Yakov, and you didn't get paid for this. And I was like, yeah, but here's the thing. I'd rather fucking have to pay it back to the bank later than have you fucking die in a car accident on your way to ice skating. What I was gonna say, True, is it's not that I dislike pit bulls. The neighbor has a pit bull that are beautiful. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful dog. I just don't like that really short hair, and they're just not aesthetic. I've had a lot of friends that had really, really good pit bulls, and I 99% agree with most people that it's not 100% a breed issue. You can have breeds that are, let's put it, I've got a golden retriever. Labradors are way up on the bite index of probability of getting bitten. They are way up there. And I don't think that has anything to do with that maybe Labradors could be aggressive. I think that there's just a lot more of them, so that puts them further up the bite index. But the fact is, like, if a dog is raised properly, you really shouldn't have issues. But there are some breeds that are just more prone to flipping out and biting somebody. And I hate to admit it, it is, pit bulls have a tendency to be a breed that bite on instinct, bite on response, as opposed to like you could scare the fuck out of my dog, and she's just gonna go, oh, hey, it's you. She would not bite anyone. And a lot of that has to do with how the dog has been raised. So that's a problem that I don't want to run that risk, you know? I know this dog, I know how this dog was raised, I know how she's been trained, and I have no problem with that, but I'm skeptical of other breeds that do have a tendency to bite when spooked or bite when startled, because my daughter is a fucking flighty little animal. And I don't need a dog that is prone to biting when startled. Well, you know what though? He never nipped or bit at Isabel anytime. He would jump on her and scratch her and knock her down. You don't think that can be proven out? So, I mean, like, there's other dogs that bite people way more often than pit bulls, but they're so much less. They're so much less intrusive, and like the bites are so less significant that it doesn't get. I guarantee that Chihuahuas bite way more people than pit bulls do, but you don't hear about a Chihuahua. Well, actually, that's what I was getting ready to say. You see people get mauled by pit bulls, and I was getting ready to say, but you don't see anything about somebody getting mauled by fucking Chihuahuas. And then I remembered that my sister sent me a video about the woman who got mauled by a pack of feral Chihuahuas. Yep, there it is. Do you know how many Chihuahuas it take down a person? That must have been a big pack of animals. So anyway, guys, so back to this. I was gonna 30, it takes 30. So this knife, like I said, talk to We. They gave me an estimate of about 6 months before these would be going to market, but I also know that they're padding their lead time, so in case something happens. So I do believe I'm going to sharpen this today because I've used it a bunch and it is dull. And my friend Richard, who is hard on everything, has got the other one. So Chihuahua hoarding is it illness. I'm gonna turn this around. I want to go stand on the other side here. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go over and I'm gonna sit down at the kitchen table. And I'm gonna look at the paperwork that came with my handicap placard. So I can, let me see that again, bro. The angle, like a gent fixie. No. It was probably the angle it was at because this has a very different blade shape than the jet. This has a blade shape much more reminiscent than, already made coffee. This has a blade shape much more reminiscent of, say, the hey, Ashton. Hey, I was going to text you later. I'm going to text you later. I need to talk to you about something. So, Fortis. No, this looks a lot more like the blade that you'd see on a React Horizon. I mean, mine's a little bit longer. The drop's more significant. I don't have the fuller, and this blade doesn't sweep. Doesn't have as much belly because this was, like I said, this was supposed to be a combat utility. I wanted something with a very good piercing tip, which means I wanted to drop that down and have this sweep be a lot less pronounced than coming up to a real big belly. So you have some belly, but this is definitely going to be a piercing style. But yeah, when these come out, they're not going to have the carbon fiber handles. It's just too slippery. I love the way it looks. Carbon fiber is gorgeous, but just too slippery. Too hard to hold on to if your hands are wet. I don't need that on. So, yeah, I'm going to... Oh, yeah, that's right. I want to look at this. My 2000... Yeah, this definitely needs sharpening. I've used it a lot. Handicap placard, expires 2021. Here's something for you guys. You guys might not know this. When you are issued, if you are issued a DMV parking placard, well, I picked that plunge line. I wanted to sweep that plunge a little bit, and it's just a simple. I thought about sweeping it some more, but I thought it was going to be a much more rounded sweep. But then it would have gotten up in here, and it would have thinned that finger choil where I wanted my finger. It would have thinned it because you pull back, that finger choil, you're going to pull back on it almost like a trigger on a gun. And it gets, as it thins, it just gives you less purchase. So the majority, like half of that choil is still full size, and then the rest of it thins out into the plunge. So, but if you're issued a handicap placard, you know how when you get your stickers, you get a registration? You also get, with a handicap placard, you get one of these. And this has to stay in the vehicle. If you read it, this identification card or facsimile call it is to be carried with the placard owner, presented to any peace officer upon demand, immediately notified the DMV of any change of address. When parking, hang the placard from the rearview mirror, remove it when driving. And so it's got all the instructions. It tells you where you can and cannot park. Here's the one that I oddly... disabled person parking spaces, you can park there. Street metered zones, so if you have parking areas that you are supposed to pay to use, it's free. Green zones without restriction of time limits, which is the one I always get yelled at the one place I go to, because I'll park and I'll just stay there. And I park in their 15-minute parking. And they're like, sir, you've been there. I was like, yeah, I don't have a time limit. I had a handicap placard. And I've told them like 10 times. Streets where preferential parking privileges are given to residents or merchants. So if you go to a housing area where it says that you're supposed to only park in visitor parking, no, you can park in any parking space in that housing area. And that includes like reserved parkings. I've told them this before, the reserved parking at my daughter's school, which would qualify as merchants. Where you may not park, same as everything else. And then it talks about the instructions, and then you just basically put this in your glove box with your, at the same time, I got my goddamn registration stickers for the car. So, I got to get rid of my old one. And I actually had two. Clean fish on occasion, nice gently curved spine is awesome for making initial cuts. My stomach hurts. So, I'm going to finish this coffee and then figure out where the fuck I put my hat. Like, this is unusual. It's nice not needing it, though. Because, like, the thing was, I was wearing my hat at the dinner table. And I know that's rude. My sister can attest to how frowned upon that is in our family. And so, but the thing was, my hair was so long that I'd bend over and my hair would just fall into my plate. So I would pull my hair back and put my hat on just to keep my hair back. And it just, I was at the point where Matt and I were like, hey, he's like, hey, we could do it Sunday. And we picked a place up here not too far. And he was like, I was like, yeah, I can't wait anymore. Either that or I'm going to fucking cut it myself. Well, this wasn't really designed for, that wasn't ever really designed for any of that. This was kind of more to be a jack of all trades and could be used as a combat weapon if required. Because I had news for you. I know a lot of guys in the military, and I know a handful of guys are in the special forces, and I'm going to tell you right now, very rarely have they ever used a combat knife, except to maybe cut something that they're tied up against. So to have a useful, smaller, lighter package that can still do it, it is nice. And I'm going to keep these prototypes. I might send one of them to Jim Skelton. He and I have been talking about that for a little bit. I want to see if he wants me to wait till the production models come out or if he wants to look at these first. And the thing is, it is so comfortable when the handles, I'm sorry, 20 CV. So the handle has all the finger holds and everything you need, and then it has a palm swell. It has jimping on the spine, but it's shrouded. So the handles almost cover it. You don't need much. I didn't want the handles to have the jimping cut into them because then it makes it uncomfortable. So you have enough for what you want. For in a reverse grip, if you need to do some serious, like I got to push this through something, you know what I mean? But you also have that palm swell. See how it comes up and then comes back down? Well, that means that I can come here, or I can come all the way down here, and I can lengthen my grip in a snap cut. So that, I do realize that's a good bit shorter than most combat knives, but I can get all the way down here, and I've extended my reach by about 2 inches. And if I can get down here, and that's the whole point of some of this is that's going to sit in your hand here. Now I've extended it almost 3 inches, and I can do a quick snap cut. Not, hopefully my knife doesn't come out of my hand, then I can come back in. The snap cut is just, that's what it is. It's a snap cut, and usually it's administered to hands, wrist area as they're coming in. You're just trying to snap, snap. So if you can extend that snap, you've given yourself a little bit more length for a snap cut that you would be trying to get on, you know, as they're coming in, you're just going to snap at their, I got really long ear hair. I feel it. So there was thought put behind that. And then in the reverse grip, that palm swell also. And so you've got a finger guard, you've got that, you can get up on it. There's not much chance of coming up and over that. It's really prominent and proud. So wow, that is a long ear hair. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to finish this cup of coffee, and then I'm going to start work. Well, I've already been working. I responded to a bunch of emails and stuff already this morning. That's, my morning is usually spent. I was prepping some stuff out there. My morning, like you guys, like I've told you, my morning from about 5:45 is spent emails first, Instagram comments second. I'm sorry, YouTube comments next, because sometimes there's people that need that just don't know how to get a hold of me. Thursday, I can't do Thursday. I already set today apart. God damn it. Fuck. Thursday, I'm going to probably be at the shop, so that's going to be a little harder. I can still do it. It's just going to be harder. I got to talk to, see if I can use the office, because there's just no real way to do it up there correctly. So I sent him a DM because I couldn't get a hold of you. Anyway, no, you said Tuesday. You said Tuesday between 13 and 14. Pretty sure of it. I'll go back and look at DMs. It's not that big a deal. I'll do it. I'll do it from the Forge. They've got internet up there. It's just I don't, you know, I would have to use their office for that, and I don't really want to. But like I said, it's fine. It's fine. It'll work out. So yeah, like I said, I financed tires for my wife's car, but the money's coming in tomorrow, because I looked at my text and I was like, you know what, the guy I made all those neckers for it still owes me. I'm letting him do it in payments, because I made 9 fucking knives for him. That's a big bill. And so he's paying me 400 of it tomorrow or today. I don't know which. I can't remember. So, I mean, that basically covers the tires. The alignment was an additional, but she needed an alignment. So, it's just fucking all this shit. Nothing seems to work out with us, Yakov. Kyler. Finally catching you. Damn YouTube notifications. Well, most everybody else got notifications today, I guess. I don't know. So, disable person placard. I got that. I do that, and I got to sharpen. Well, it's not even that. She was like, well, we didn't, did you get, she was like, did the money come through from Yakov? And I was like, no, not yet. We're trying to figure that one out. I was like, and then she's like, and I was like, look, I got to put tires on your car. Your right rear tire, I got to fill that thing up like every day. Like I get up in the morning and I got to fucking break out my little battery, my air compressor out of the trunk of my car and fill her tire up. I was like, I can't, like, if you're going to wind up driving up north, I mean, some of the ice rinks are like an hour away. She's like, yeah, but we have to buy the passes. And I was like, I know we have to buy the ice passes, but the thing is, if you don't have tires, you can't get to the ice rink to even use those passes. So maybe like $600 worth of fucking ice time we gotta buy. $600 worth of ice time that I gotta buy, and she'll go through that in 2 months. $600 in ice time every 2 months. Sometimes more. But yeah, so she has prepaid passes because you can get a discount. She has free prepaid passes for 3 of the rinks, and then there's one that she doesn't go to very often, but that's okay because their on ice time is like $8 for 30 minutes. $8 for 30 minutes ice time. So that's not that much, and she doesn't usually use more than 30 minutes there. That's the, oh shit, all the other rinks are either full or closed. So that's just her ice time. That's not counting coaching. Coaching is more than that. Coaching is, I think we're paying 40 or 60 bucks a session, if I remember right. I can't remember. Yeah, I know. And I haven't really had all that much coming in for sharpening lately. That's why I was frustrated, Yakov. It just seems like nothing's wanting to fucking go through the right way. When I got my hair cut. Had I read carefully, there are salons that will cut your hair for free for that. If you tell them you're donating. Oh, fucking short, definitely. I fucking hated having my hair that long. It's such a pain in the ass. I'll tell you what I did this morning. Took a shower this morning before I talked to you guys. So I got up, I did email, I did YouTube responses. There really wasn't anything to respond to. And went on Instagram and did some stuff on Instagram. Yakov? Well, he's here. He's Croatian. So that's why he told me, I might have to go back and look. I think it's just a miscommunication. But at any rate, so I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want my hair that long. I was donating it to make wigs. I fucking hated having my hair that long. I cut my hair. It's so much better. I'm so much happier. My CPAP mask fits better. The worst one was like every night I'd have to fucking put my CPAP mask on, and then a couple minutes into it, I'd have to fucking pull it back so I could pull hair out of the way. You like Fat Jesus more? I know Yakov, but he's gone. He's gone. He's not going to return. Pretty much going to keep it like this. But anyway, what I was saying is there are salons that will do that. Cut your hair for hair donation for free. And I didn't know that. I paid 25 bucks. Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck about how young I look. There's a reason. I didn't believe my father when he said this shit. So when I was growing up, my dad always had a beard. Always. Until they closed the shop that he was working at. He got a new job as a sheriff's deputy. And he shaved. It was I didn't recognize him. It was the first time he'd shaved since I was... My father had a beard since I was in, like, before kindergarten. My father had never shaved. I had never seen him shave. Never once. Like, the first time he ever shaved, I remember it. And I didn't know who he was, and I cried. I remember we were at this old house, this old trailer we lived up in the country, and I was down with my mom underneath the weeping willow, down near the old house where the spring and everything was, and my dad came down to where the hammock was, and he had shaved, and I lost my shit. I remember I was terrified. So he never had a beard, and he had a big scar on his face, but that wasn't the main reason that he grew the beard. He grew the beard because he got tired of getting carded for beer, and I didn't believe him until the last time I shaved my beard. When I shave my beard, I get carded. I look like I'm fucking 12. No, it covers the lack of chin. I don't really have a double chin. I come from a long line of chinless men. Yeah, we're not big on chins in my family. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour. I'm gonna get off of here. Expect to see something probably not till tomorrow. I don't really have anything to do a video on, so we're gonna do it that way. It's when I get something to do a video on. I do intend to possibly see what Matt has going on tonight, and I'm gonna take that ADV over if he's cool with it and finish doing the masking and maybe help him clean the pool a little bit more. So there's a couple things I want to do, and I mean it's going to be time consuming, so we're gonna do that. Maybe it just depends on what Matt's going on. So I will see you guys later. Like I said, if you guys want, to support my daughter's ice skating, because it's you guys heard how expensive it is. The GoFundMe is in the comments section, or actually the description center section of my videos. Yeah, I'm gonna get a hold of you. I was just gonna see if you knew anybody that might need my services for something outside of sharpening. I'll talk to you a little bit later. I'll shoot you a text when we get done here. So yeah, guys, a few pools for cleaning. Yes, guys, that's pretty much it. I will talk to you all later. Like I said, after this all goes up, there will be a... Okay, ready? Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. Tell me why. Up here is going to be a subscription link. Down here will be a Patreon. Up here's a video that YouTube thinks you like. And then I've got a video that I think you'll like that I'll put down there. So you guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. Whew.